Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone, to the best New York session stream in the world right now. Well, I hope it's the best. I mean, I think it's the best because I have a lot of fun. Looks like GPJPY is ranging over here. We're in a very, very deadly range on GPJPY. Even though it looks like it did some sort of a fake out or something like that, but it tapped into a support basically, and now it's in this range. This is a very nasty range right now. Let's take a look at pre-markets.
What you're looking at here is the quickest and most reliable way for you to potentially double.
Okay, so the pre-market is a positive 4 points, positive 66 points. This doesn't really make a big of a difference, right? I mean, if you're trading US 30 and if you're looking at the pre-market numbers, this doesn't really make a huge difference, in your trading or how you're going to see things. But just by looking at US 30 on the 4 hour, yeah, it's just ranging here as well. So there's a lot of range going on. Year JPY is looking like it's going to continue moving down towards 125,950. So, that would be a pretty good move if it does, because essentially it created a low, it broke down the support we had from yesterday, created a low, came up, created like a resistance of bearish candles for it to continue moving bearish. Looking at your GBP JPY, what I'm basically looking at is for buys. I'm looking for buys above 139,680, but I'm looking for sells below 139, 350. That's where I'm looking for sells, because I think those sells are going to happen if we have candles closing bearish, especially on a 30 minute. If you can get a candle closing bearish on a 30 minute, we can probably get price to break below 139,360 and continue towards 139,250. All right, what's this? Waiting for a close above this resistance. If you get a close above, yep, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so at the same time, now you've analyzed your buys over here. I think another good thing to do is to analyze the sells as well. Like what would make it go bearish? Expecting pre-NY or NY open to mirror this clean candle down. Okay. Let's take a look here on USDJPY. USDJPY 4 hour is coming down. We're breaking below the support. We're breaking below to come down towards 106, 190. Looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour is still open, hasn't closed yet. Looking at the 30 minute, now probably if it doesn't break this low over here, then there's a very high chance it's going to do some sort of a retest and then continue down, because essentially it broke below the support, so it created a low at 106,320. This is a low being created, so it could do like a possible retest, like a minor resistance, and then continue moving bearish. So you got to keep that in mind as well. And 15 minutes also ranging over here. So I guess your partial stops are going to be, they're probably going to be over here, above this area here. GBP JPY, looking at the most recent levels. This is the most recent level right over here. It would make sense if price could come down to retest this low. But at the same time, it needs to respect this area as resistance and then continue down. And if we measure this range, this is a 15 pip range. This could be a good move down. Keeping in mind that maybe this 1 hour bullish candle was a booby trap candle. So if we break below the low of the 15 minute, I think it could be a very good opportunity for price to continue moving bearish. Take a look here. This is 139,500. Stop loss sells below from here. possible target. Yep, looks good. Looks good. I see the sells as well. What's this chart? This is your JPY. Ooh, waiting to break this low to enter the sell. Yeah, this idea looks good too. Oh, there we go. We're breaking down. I guess now we're breaking down. This could be a great opportunity to have a stop right up over here, entries, and then expecting price to continue towards 139.250 to retest this low over here. Because now there's an 80% chance that price will continue down to retest this low. You know, at the same time, it needs to respect its own high as well. So this is where its own high is, like 139.470, 139.480. So price needs to respect that level for it to continue moving down towards 139.250. So that should play out really well. Let's take a look here. This is USD CAD. We'll wait for an entry once it shows me bearish candle. Yep, that looks good. You want to see price to create some sort of minor resistance, like a bearish candle on 30-minute or the 15-minute, for it to continue down. USD CAD. Would you take the entry if it breaks a 15-minute low or not? Oh, well, me taking an entry, that's for me to know and you to find out. See, Mondays are really risky, you know, so potentially I don't show my entries on Mondays or Fridays sometimes because, you know, Mondays and Fridays are really risky, but we give out trade ideas. You know, I always give out really good trade ideas. So it's up to you whether you want to execute on those trade ideas or not. Let's take a look here. This is, okay, price below over here, low created right here, 15-minute candle did a fake out. Aggressive sells to retest the low, closed at BE after plus 8 pips, target was 10 pips, runner was 18 pips. Ooh, price came down over here and closed at BE. Yeah, I guess the volume wasn't there, so you're right. Probably price just decided to consolidate because this was, so you sold right over here after this. So we had a period of consolidation. So when we had period of consolidation after London Open, so this was London Open right over here. You know, after London Open, we had a period of consolidation. So now you start to think, okay, like, you know, if price consolidated after London Open, the next time of volume is going to be in pre-New York. This right now. This should be the next time there should be volume in the market. If price doesn't break at this time, if there's consolidation at this time, the next time of volume is going to be at NY Open, you know, 8 a.m. Eastern. And then we go to like NYC Open and this and that. You don't show your entries on Monday and Friday. That's a coward move. Come on. No, Ryan. No, trust me. This is something different. Could you give your thoughts on GJ, please? Let's take a look here. GJ 15-minute waiting for price to break the 4-hour support plus the low of the candle. Okay, so here's the thing, right? You need to wait for this 15-minute candle to close because since price is ranging, if this 15-minute candle closes a strong bearish candle, that's going to give you extra confirmation that price will continue moving down. You know, if someone's wondering if I've entered trade, no, I haven't. I haven't entered yet. Just wait for the 15-minute candle to close. That's going to give you confirmation that price will continue moving down. Because since the previous candle is bullish, we don't know where this candle is going to close. If this closes bearish, then there's a very high comfort zone where you can take a sell because the previous one closed bearish and you can expect it to continue down, and then you can look at the 30-minute and you can expect the 30-minute to continue bearish as well. But if that does not close like a strong bearish candle, I don't think the confirmations are going to be that strong. Gulag is just itching for signals in the easy, pay attention. USD JPY. Price trending downwards, 18 session lows, clean candles, price broke support, but wasn't in my trading time. Looking for price to do some sort of a retest. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, probably like a retest or probably a break of the low right over here on USD JPY for it to continue moving bearish. That's going to be pretty good. Because two things can happen. Either price can break above here and create like a resistance and then continue down, or it can just consolidate here, break this low at 106,320, and then continue moving bearish. Hey, good morning. What's your bias this week? My bias for GPJPY is bullish. If you look on the weekly, my bias is bullish. Looking at the daily, for my bias to play out, I think price needs to create some sort of a support, probably on the daily, like 139, 140, even 139 even, and then continue up to retest these highs. Looking on the 4 hour, 4 hour is currently moving bearish. I think if it's moving, if we can get the 15-minute candle closing bearish in 5 minutes, then I think 4 hour can continue down to fill this wick, which is going to be the low price created right over here. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good move for it to continue moving bearish. Do you think the markets will be slow this week since there isn't much impact news? I think markets will be clean because there's no news. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be clean moves, clean setups. Everything's going to be super clean because there's no news. Because when there's news, like the market reacts to those news, even though if the news is like a day away, or if there's like high volatile news, maybe a day away or a couple hours away, market tends to consolidate. It tends to like move in certain directions to like price in the move. So that's why it's pretty good that there's not many news this week. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is USD CAD. This was the support. Waiting for some candles to confirm the zone. Retest. Yep, this looks good. Looks good. So you're waiting for candle to close bearish. Ooh, GPJPYs. The next candle is gonna drop. We're looking at a bearish candle here now. The next candle should be continue moving bearish and then potentially move on to 139, 140. Because if the daily is rejecting a strong resistance, we should break the minor support. So this is the minor support, 139, 250. I think we can break this and continue down towards 139, 140. Yeah, I think it's going to be that's going to be a pretty good idea, coming down towards 140. Hey Raja, can you give your analysis on this? Well, we want to see your analysis. We want to see your analysis. GA, if breaks the resistance, place buys, 1 hour support, place sells. Yeah, looks good. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. Let's see if things are moving in our favor. So what's this? Pound is kind of okay, and then the yen is really strong. So pound needs to lose a bit of bars over here, maybe lose like 1, 2, 3 bars so that we can continue moving down. But other than that, and things are just ranging. Oh, it looks like pound is going to continue down here without candle closing inside this area. So man, someone's in like impulse entries, I think you're doing pretty good. Yeah, if you're in impulse entries, you're doing pretty good.
Yes, Raja, I'm in impulse entry. Close my 50% at 9 pips.
Oh, nice. What news are recommended to watch in order to keep track with the charts? Newbie here. I don't think any news. I don't think you need to watch any news to keep track of the charts. First of all, you need to look at the charts and you need to learn how the candles move. And news comes like afterwards. Like to really understand news, you need to understand price action first, because news is just high volatile, like moves on the higher time frames. Have you ordered a new chair for the office yet? No, I'm gonna keep the same one I have. I've had this for 4 years. It works fine, so I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I think with this candle coming to a close, we can see 139.250 and then further on 139, 140. Looking at the 30-minute here as well. I think it would have been a beautiful, beautiful entry right over here. 432. Well, here's the thing. Right now, if you're looking for entries right now, you've missed the move. Basically, you've missed the move. A good entry was once price was breaking the low over here. This would have been a really good entry for to enter. This is what we teach in like impulse entries, the section of impulse entries. This would have been a really good entry right over here. Now the move has been missed. The reason why is because now if you look at your stop loss, your stop is going to be like 15 pips, but the support is like 7-8 pips away. So this is a good time to maybe like say, okay, you know what? Let me just make a note on how I could have entered this trade. Also, it's a Monday. If someone's in their fourth trade or fifth trade on a Monday, man, you need to stop right now. Trust me, you need to stop trading for the next day, because over trading on a Monday, man, god damn, that's so hard. Hey, Raja, what are you looking for? I'm entry now in the live. Oh, perfect. All right. Let's take a look at gold over here. Gold. Gold on the 4-hour is coming bullish. It's coming up to a resistance area here as well. Looks like it can fill the wick on the 4-hour, just like GJ can fill the wick on the 4-hour. Looking at it on the 1-hour time frame, 1 hour is creating a support. It broke up of a resistance at 1950, and it looks like it can continue moving up to 1957. I mean, how far is that? That's like 50 pips away, right? 45 pips away. Looking on the 30-minute, 30-minute is also kind of like creating that support area to continue moving bullish. So yeah, I think a gold buying idea would be pretty solid as long as it respects 1950 060, basically the previous 30-minute low. What's this? Gold 15-minute. Oh, beautiful. Something buys here. Alright, let's check this chart here. This is sell limit. Oh, okay. Sell limit over here, stop loss. Magically you had your stop loss right over there, man, beautiful. Mac has a crystal ball and he saw where he could put the stop loss, and it was just amazing. Never gets stopped out. Mac is the real George Soros. Hey, good day, scammers, especially Raja, because you teach me how to scam the market. I'm not 60%. Ooh, 60% up for the month. See now the 15-minute candle, this is liquidity grab, right? This is what we call a liquidity grab. You look at the 15-minute candle, it's moving bullish. This is what we call a liquidity grab if price is going to continue moving bearish, So I think, yeah, I mean, now your stop is going to be like, 10, 11 pip stop, but then your TP is also going to be 10 to 11 pips. So that's like a 1-to-1 risk reward. But you really, really, really want price to respect, 139, 400. I think if you're trying to enter at this point, right over here, your partial stop losses are above 139, 400, and your original stop is like above the 15-minute candle, because this is 10 pips. And this is almost like 4 or 5 pips, So if you take an entry right over here, and if price comes up above 139, 400, then you should be closing out 50%, because that's the minor support this candle broke to continue down, So that way, if price does come up to your stop loss, instead of losing like, you know, the full 10 pips, like let's say you're risking 1%, instead of losing like a full 1%, you'd be losing like, you know, like 6% or 5%. So essentially you've really lowered down your risk. Man, this 30-minute candle needs to close over here. I was really looking to enter on the 15-minute candle, but the 15-minute candle really moved. Didn't really give me an entry. You know, so now I'm looking at the 30-minute candle to close. I just need this to close. Bullish. No, no, bearish. Waiting for it to close bearish. So that the next one can do a retracement. I can take a sell and then we can continue moving down. I entered on GJ at 139,400. Should I bring stop loss to break even? Well, that's up to you. You know, that's totally up to you if you want to bring stops to break even. What is a liquidity grab? Oh wow, man, I just explained it. Euro JPY candle close above support. Wait for the next candle to break the high for a buy. Candle closes below to take a sell. Yeah, I think this looks good. Now it's just forming a consolidation over here. And gold is doing exactly what we said. It's probably going to continue till 1957.
Okay, Roger, thank you very much for today. I took my trade, I'm out. So that's it. 3 trades done. Off to bed.
Question regarding risk management. How do you determine your lot size for a trade? You really don't determine your lot size for a trade. What basically happens is that when you come through the charts, you know exactly how much you're going to risk per day. You know, when you know exactly how much you're going to risk per day, like let's say if you say, hey, I'm going to risk $50, that means you can take one trade with a 50-cent lot with a 10 pip stop loss. Or you can take, you know, one trade with a 25-cent lot with a, like, you know, like a 20 pip stop loss, or you can take 2 trades with 25-cent loss. So there are like a number of combinations you can make with your risk management, you know, but you should always understand how much are you risking per day. I think that's very, very important. Like, you know, like when I take days really, really conservative, when I take them really, really slow, I risk like $100 a day, maybe like $50 a day, you know, 150 to 200 a day, you know, nothing more than that. Because that's something I can understand. I'm like, okay, you know what? If I lose $100, that's fine. It's no problem. So you should really know that, how much you're risking. What do you think about this GU setup? Let's take care. GU setup, looking for sells as price breaks the previous low. Okay, this looks good. You got clean candles to the left hand side. You got a low over here. Price needs to test. Looks good. I mean, it could work out if it does continue moving bearish. Ooh, this is GJ 1 hour. Hourly showing strong downward trend confirmations. Higher time frame could push further down. Fill the TP wick 1. Yes, I agree with this. I 100% agree with this. You know, the 1 hour candle is about to close in 6 minutes. I think there's a very, very, very high chance it's going to continue moving bearish. We are definitely coming down because we're rejecting a very strong resistance here on the high time frame. So if we're like rejecting a really strong resistance, I think we should break this minor support and continue moving bearish. But I need this 30-minute candle to close here.
Can you check the last one that I sent, the last chart?
Yeah, I will. You know, like there are people in line, right? We do it one by one, bro. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is area of worry. Ooh, area of worry. Yeah, I think since you're in this GJ sell, I think you can maybe bring the stops down to a 30-minute time frame. Like I'm going to be looking for an entry, um, probably at the retracement on the 30-minute candle because I want my stops to be around, 139, 480. So that's where I'm going to be looking for sells, maybe like a little retracement. Because if you can retrace, I can have my stop like less than 10 pips. So I think that's going to be a pretty good move. Hey everyone, started week with a loss. Could you please have a look to understand what went wrong? Well, let's take a look over here. Ooh, GJ. As set as my rules, closed full positions on half of the stop loss when started retracing and done for the day. Oh, half of the stop loss? See, here's the thing. You should have let your trade running. When you're closing, like, like a little percentage of your position, I think you should have let your trade run. Your bias was correct. You just didn't give your trade, like, more chances. You choked it. You choked it really quick. So maybe, at least you should have let like a runner running. Oh, looks like we're coming down here really strong. Yeah, this is gonna drop to like 139, 140. Let's take a look at this chart here. TP 139, 150, yeah, looks good.
So why you call me George Soros?
I don't even remember.
George Soros?
What's this? Close the position on 10-cent lots. Oh, okay. Enter at the break and entered right over here. I thought the volume was too early in sell buy, so probably didn't work. No, I think you were too aggressive with this. You were too aggressive with this. You didn't really give price a chance to create like a resistance. I think a resistance was formed here. So I think you should look at this and see that, okay, how could you have had a second entry? That would like, help you better. How could you have a second entry? Because, normally you should give your trade second chances. Buy a second chances too. If you look at this chart here, price broke out of the range during London, made a low, price came up to create resistance, entered after 30-minute candle closed bearish. Yeah, this was beautiful. Secured 10 pips, leaving a runner to retest the low. Amazing. This is going to keep on running over here. Oh, wow. Look at that, man. This thing is just dropping. We're coming down to 139, 140. Someone just said Raja closed $300. Let's just keep that between me and you. What made you stick with GJ pair? Because GJ pair, I understand this really, really well. I understand this pair really well. So if you look at the 15-minute, this was the liquidity grab it was forming that we were talking about. This liquidity grab right over here. And then boom, continued momentum. Do you have a daily pip goal or trade goal? Yeah, my daily trade goal is to take 1 or 2 trades and probably win a trade. And if I win a trade, I call it a day. If I lose a trade, I call it a day. That's it. Let's take a look at gold. Oh, gold is still stuck here. Gold is approaching resistance here. It's struggling. But GJ, man, this is on its way to 139, 140, 150. It's coming in. I think this was the trade for the day. God damn, look at that move. We were right.
Yeah, I had to move my my TP twice already.
See, that's greed right there. That's a perfect example of being greedy.
I'm waiting for 139, 150. I put it on the chart.
Yeah, you just
No,
you
no,
just
you stop
expose
calling me.
yourself.
Stop calling me George Soros. You look at the chart, man.
No. You expose yourself, man. You
It's
expose
about to
yourself
get
as
there.
grief.
130, 139, what? 170. Oh no, 150. It's my
Well,
TP.
well, as a new trader, this is what you should never do. You should never ever move your TP just because you think price is going to move certain way. If you think you're going to move your take profit, just close a percentage and then move the take profit.
No, I already closed 10 pips and I'm leaving the runner. But between this area, I could close here or I could close here.
Funny thing, Raja, when I closed my full position, it went down like a crazy.
It was a great trade.
Great trade, guys. 150. Let's get 150. Call it a day.
Wow, pretty nice move over here.
Well, yeah, man. I got that entry on the breakout retest. I set it up at 139.550. And just run like a train.
Ran like a train. See now, this even though the bias is bullish, even though the trend is bullish, the only reason we were looking for sells were because we're rejecting the daily resistance. We're rejecting daily resistance. We want daily to create some sort of a support, but on the small time frames, the trend is bearish. Raja, why you not take the trade in GJ? That's something I cannot talk about. That's personal NDA I signed with Rakeel. So me and Rakeel, we made a pact that on Mondays and Fridays we're just gonna keep things to ourselves. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we bring out the horns. Mondays and Fridays are no horn days. It's a no horn zone. But hey, the idea was correct here. The idea was 100% correct. If you look at the 15-minute, what a liquidity grab over here.
Yes, we won.
Boom.
Oof. Boom.
139, 140 reached.
39, 140 reached. Someone said Raja's the type of person that chills at a loss, but celebrates the wins. Yes, that's true. When I take a loss, I just chill, but when I win, I just celebrate it. So if the Gulag here took this trade, like if it gave you some sort of confidence to take the trade, just leave a like on the stream because it helps a lot of people. And oh, it looks like it's going to continue moving over here. Let's take a look on the 1 hour. Oh yeah, this is a strong rejection area now. Could you talk about withdrawals? Like how would you do it and stuff, please? The way how I would do withdrawals, I would go to the Advantage FX website. I would go to the option of withdrawal. I would enter my bank account information, and then so you know that, right? I mean the best way to do it is to do like percentages. Percentages. It's to mainly like look at yourself and see that okay, what are your bills? Like what bill can you pay from your withdrawals? Let it be your phone bill, your internet bill, your cable bill, or whatever that is. So aim to withdraw like a portion of that to say, okay, you know what, this is going to go towards the bill, and that's really going to help you. Like if let's say your total bill, what I did was like I sat down and wrote down what my monthly expenses are. If my monthly expenses were like like let's say $3,500, then I would say, okay, like what, from these monthly expenses, what can I pay every month easily from trading? So that came up with like let's say I'm going to say like my internet bill. I'm going to, okay, let's just focus on that. So for a couple of months you focus on the internet bill. Once you start paying that, then you're like, okay, you know what, I'm making more, so maybe I can add another bill to it. So once you do that for like 6, 7 months, 8 months, then slowly you see that okay, now you're paying like more bills, and like that's how trading works. Trading works like when you can supplement your entire bills from trading, and that's how you do that. Most people start off by saying, hey, like what, the first month I'm going to pay all my bills from trading. It's not going to work that way. You start slow and steady, one bill at a time, and then a point comes when you're paying your rent from trading. When you pay your rent from trading, that I'm at the end of Yeah, this was a good move here. We came down to 139, 140, and then now when we look on the 1 hour time frame, we see that this is a heavy rejection area. It got rejected on the 12th August in NY. It got rejected again, like, before closer to New York close. So now prices came down here again. So now it's rejecting this area here again. If you look on the 4 hour, 4 hour filled the wick and continued falling. This is also a 4 hour rejection zone as well. So there are no sells at this point. If someone's holding sells with stops at break even within this zone, I think you're in a good position, because if price continues falling, that's going to be pretty good for, like, for you to have a pretty good, like, intraday swing trade. Could you maybe talk about adding positions to winning trades, cutting losses in something I learned by now, but my wins stay small? Yeah, so what you need to do is, if your wins are smaller, what you need to do is you need to look at your winning trades, and you need to figure out how you could have entered another position, or how you could have, like, added another one there. So that's what you need to start thinking about. And slowly you're gonna understand, like, why things are happening and how can you capitalize on them. The Gulag stream went offline for a little bit, and people started, like, they started going wild. And someone said, I'm acting like as if nothing happened. That's true, because the trade already happened. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Already gave you guys the trade idea. Looks like the liquidity dropped. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ, 15 minute. I entered here, 15-minute candle created support. Yep, right over there. This is exactly the area I was looking at. That area right here, which you highlighted. This area right here. This was the minor support price form. Price made a really, really good liquidity grab. We were talking about it, making a liquidity grab, and then flipped bearish and just boom down. So that was a pretty good trade. TP right over here for 20 pips, closed 50%. Move stops to break even. Amazing. Amazing. It makes me really happy that people are actually learning from these these live streams here. Actual value provided on these live streams. Look at this 30-minute candle here too. Your JPY is also about to take a tumble over here. Look at the 15-minute doing the same thing as it did on the 30-minute. 15 minutes is breaking the low, just like it did on the GJ right over here, and then continued bearish. So it should continue bearish as well.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
That was some nice GG sells.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Came down really nice. If someone's looking for sells at this point, I think what you need to do is you need to wait for another, a minor resistance being created, and then take sells. So now there's going to be a little bit of waiting involved for you to take sells. If you've missed out on these sells over here. There's this guy on YouTube. He watches my streams, and he does and he says exactly what I do and say. Exactly. Word to word. I'm not even kidding. I was watching his stuff yesterday, and I was like, what the hell? Exactly the same things. Blew my mind. It was like I was watching myself in reflection. I'm like, how is this possible? This is just not possible. It's like I'm giving out babies, My babies are growing up and doing exactly the things I do. It's like my children. You see that Eminem song? They want to think like me, act like me. They want to share the same views and same exact belief.
Is he going to repeat that on his stream?
Probably. Man, I couldn't believe it. Every trade I've taken, it's the exact same trade on that stream. With the exact same wording, exact same analysis with the arrows. I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? It was a mind fuck.
He's gonna see that you rap some Eminem, and he's gonna start rapping now.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. Aegis falling here as well. Gold should break this area and continue moving bullish.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a look at this chart here. This is GBP CAD, 15-minute fake out over there, resistance next to new low, 4-hour wick fill, target 1, target achieved, and Glenn Becker has won the trade today. Amazing, man, amazing. The bias was bearish. There were no buys. Hey, I took the GJ sells earlier, thank you, but how do I implement opening multiple positions and runners into my trading? I'm trying to grow my account. Well, you need to now look at this move and you need to see that, okay, where could you have entered a second position having a safe stop loss and at the same time keeping the first position safe? That's what you need to figure out. That's where your cognitive thinking abilities are going to help you. So I think it's going to be pretty good.
I had sells from like 450 on when the 30-minute closed bearish, and after the price was dropping down on the 15-minute, the 15-minute closed below support and grabbed that liquidity. I took another sell and placed the first sells on break even. So if I lose this trade, I'm just gonna lose like on one position.
Huh.
Nice.
Yeah, my bias was on the 1 hour breakout. So I was just waiting for the retest, and I just put my sell limit at 139,550 as a key level, and it just hit it right away. And then after that, just dumped, like not even 15 minutes.
I'm trying to see where we can come down to if we break below 139, 140. I think coming down to 139 even would be pretty good. Let me just mark this area down here. 139 even right here.
What, 11 pips?
Yeah, like 10, 11 pips. 10, 11 more pips down there. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is UJ 15-minute waiting for it to close below support. Oh, we're still waiting on UJ here. Looks like EJ is moving the way it's expected. Gold is moving the way it's expected, bullish. Let's take a look at USD JPY. Oh, this is USD CAD. USD JPY. Yeah, USD JPY is still ranging here. Still ranging on the 15-minute, still ranging on the 30-minute. Let's take a look at the 30-minute here. 30 minutes still ranging. GBP 30-minute bearish candle. What's this? Oh, this has already happened here. Okay, you're supposed to send this, when this is not happening. But it's pretty good, this candle closed bearish, created resistance, and then continued moving down. So, if people who missed this trade, I think now when we look on the 30-minute chart, because it's really important to break yourself away from what's happening right now, right? Right now, price is moving down, but it's approaching some sort of support. It may reject it. It may break below it, so there are people out there who have missed the trade. If you've missed the trade, instead of looking to see how you can take another entry or take an impulse entry or how you could look for another confirmation to take sells, it's really important to break away from the charts and really go back and see that, okay, how could you have had a really safe entry? I think now when we look back in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020, so now you got to look at that, okay, you got the candle closing bearish over here. So when you got a candle closing bearish on a 30-minute time frame, there's a high probability for the next candle to go bearish to fill the wick as well. So now you can say, okay, well, maybe we could have entered right over here, having a stop above the candle, or maybe we could have entered at the break of the previous 30-minute candle and having the stop above the same candle. When you start to look at charts that way, now you're making notes. You're like, oh, okay, what? This seems interesting. This looks really, really easy. So I guess now the next time when something like this happens, I'm going to be ready for this. Because in the moment, when it's happening, you may not be able to execute on the trade. You may not be able to say that, okay, like, you know what, I know what's happening, but I don't have that confidence. I don't have it in me to execute the trade right here because you're afraid of a loss, you're afraid of a risk, or whatever the case is, you know, or maybe you've increased your lot sizes and you don't want to take the first loss on the higher lot size, right? So it's really important for you to take this note and take this information and bring it with you the next day, and then the day after that, and then the day after that. Because these scenarios are going to happen over and over again, and then the more you have this information at your disposal, you're going to be like, okay, you know what? I've seen this happen last week. It's happening again. I think I need to execute. You know, and then it's going to work out for you.
You know, Raja, actually, I was watching your analysis yesterday, and it happened the same as you predicted, like about the daily candle. It will come down and will touch 140. So when I woke up in the morning and I saw the daily bearish candle, so my bias was bearish because I was convinced, like what you said, it's going to be happen, and I took a sell, and that was a very, very safe move from myself. So if someone would have watched your yesterday analysis video, so it happened the same what you said.
Yeah, with the sells on GJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting it daily to really come down to create like a support for it to move up later on in the week.
I would like for gold to break 1954 up to 1960.
No, my analysis on GJ was not bullish actually. All right, let's take a look here. This is, oh, what's this? This is resistance price break support during lending session. Okay, we broke support. Don't you think it was a valid confirmation for a buy bullish breakout? What's this? Who sent this chart? Freddie. I don't think this was a, so number one thing is, what's happening with your stop loss here? Like, why is your stop loss too small? Why is it in a random area over here? And if you look at this 30-minute candle, this 30-minute candle closed with no wick on the top. You know, and what we've learned is that when the candles close with no wicks on the top, this means there's no range. You know, there's a 50-50 chance the price is either going to go up or it's going to go down. You know, when you have candles leaving wicks, this means that those wicks, they act as destinations for the next candle to continue on to. You know, so when this candle had no wick on the top, then, you know, this was a very sketchy confirmation here. So I think that was your mistake. No wick, no trade. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is USDJPY. Took an impulse entry when broke below the previous candle. Okay, closed 50% when broke the previous bullish 30-minute candle. I think you should have closed the trade when the 15-minute candle closed bullish right over here. You should have closed the trade because candle, when it closed bullish, it started to consolidate. So instead of like, you know, hoping that it goes down, just be like, okay, you know what, it closed bullish, that means it's formed support after forming resistance. And if your entry is right down over here at support and the candle is closing bullish, that means it's a very bad entry and you need to get out of that entry ASAP. ASAP, close that trade. Does this guy stream every day? Every day, man. We're here every day, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern. This is the best New York session stream you will ever come up to. You know, you can share your charts, you can have them analyzed. You know, we give out trade ideas. When I enter a trade, I give out where I entered the trade with my stops, my take profits, risk, everything. Free money, man. Every day, free money. Let's take a look over here. Oh, it looks like we're coming down towards 139 even now. Oh, wow, 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 wow. What a move over here. Thoughts on NY Open? I think the NY Open trade is done. This is the volume we're getting with the pre-New York. NY Open, if it's going to do some sort of retest, then so be it. Then we can get like a minor resistance formed. Oh, entered when the candle closed below the 15-minute candle, made support. What was this? Was this a win or a loss? No idea. I think you need to put down on a chart if it was a win or a loss. You just seems on a bearish trend, at least on a lower time frame. What do you think of my analysis? All right, let's take a look here. Ooh, Stefanos, you gotta get more sleep, man. Oh, you need some mango juice over there.
Send some over. I gotta try it. Yeah, I need more sleep. 5 hours ain't cutting it.
Oh yeah, man. Try 5 hours for like a year and then it's gonna be all good. You'll be like, oh yeah, 5 hours is perfect.
I mean, I'm used to it. That's the thing. I've been doing it for a couple of years. It's just like, you know, your body every once in a while
Yeah.
gets a little drained.
Alright, let's take a look at this. Sandra. Ooh, oh wow, look at this. Rejection at the support. Price broke through this zone during high volume. Price rejected 30-minute close bearish during pre-NY. Confirmation for sells. Sells taken once the 30-minute broke. Partials at 10 pips, full TP at beautiful. This is an excellent example of how a chart should be labeled. You know, you got the entry right over here. I know exactly where the entry was. Arrows are pointing exactly where they should be. I mean, just amazing. Beautiful trade. One trade for the day, one win for the day, and just awesome. It's also Monday, man. If you can end your Monday with a win, amazing. Even if it's a $1 win. Hey, I see the same setups like the one on GJ today. However, as we are in the middle of Asian, it takes ages to move 10 pips or get stopped sometimes. Is it wrong time or setup? I think Asian session is getting ready for the London and the New York session. In Asian session, you're not going to get big moves all the time. What's going to happen is that you're going to get smaller, like low volume moves. So, Asian session, I think it ranges like 3 out of 5 sessions, 2 out of 5 sessions on the low side. So, oh, future we, yeah, I read you, future we. I can see everything. How can you spot a liquidity grab? What tips can you give? Experience. You can catch liquidity grabs. Like, this candle closed bearish and then there were clean candles coming down towards, 139.260, and then there was a area here at 139.140 we analyzed. And then once this candle was going bullish, this is where I said, hey, we're getting a liquidity grab right over here. So this was a liquidity grab. Price was grabbing liquidity here to continue moving bearish. And then it obviously moved bearish, right? Oh, looks like gold is rejecting that area over there. UJ here as well is not providing. UJ needs to create some sort of a minor resistance to continue moving bearish. Right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ daily retracement on the weekly support, which is right on the 0.50 fib level. Then we might go bullish to fill the week. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm looking at on the daily here as well. So if I bring my daily chart here, let me just bring a new GJ daily chart because I don't want to lose my markings over there. So if I go to GBPJPY, let's go on to the daily chart. So if we're looking on the daily, this is what I'm looking at. So we had a resistance that we broke at 138,800, right? We broke this resistance on the 11th August, 12th August bullish, 13th August made a high at like 140, 177, and then you got the Friday candle that closed bearish, creating a resistance. It not only created a resistance, it also created a high. So high has been created. This daily candle is coming down. So you would want some sort of a support forming in this area for price to retest the high. if you think the high time frames are bullish, then you got to wait for the high time frames to create some sort of support. So for looking for supports on a daily time frame, you want to look for supports on the 4-hour as well. So looking at the 4-hour, you look to see that, okay, we're coming into an area where there were previous rejections right over here, and you had rejections right over here. So this is an area where daily can potentially create a support at 138.850, 138.900, and then we may continue moving up. So, that's going to happen maybe like tomorrow, Wednesday. But so far, we're looking at price based off the smaller time frames, right? So small time frame said we're going down, we came down. Is there a proper way to trail stops when your run rate is in profit, or do you just move the stop to BE and let it do its thing? The proper way to trail stops is to trail them above the 30-minute candles. Now, you can trail the stops above the 15-minute candles, like right over here, and then right over here, and then right down over here, but that's going to be a little aggressive because it's like a weaker confirmation time frame, and a 15-minute candles can give you like false confirmation. So a good thing is going to be to trail them based on the 30-minute. So if you bring a stop above the 30-minute right over here, that's going to be a correct way of trailing the stops. But at the same time, if we're approaching the support, we may bounce up from it, create like a minor resistance, or we may form a bullish candle. If we break above 139.260, then we're back in this range to continue moving up. So you got to keep these little ideas in your mind at the same time. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, gold shorts. Man, gold really scares me with this volume here. Daily low broken, daily high not broken after daily resistance formed. Price at the top of the 4-hour range, selling down to 4-hour lows. Need the 30-minute bullish close at resistance. Okay, let's take a look on the daily here. Daily has broken the low, but daily is bullish. So I don't think that idea. Oh, oops, bearish close. Yeah, you kind of confused me over there, Pete. I mean, 4-hour is also bullish. 1 hour, I think you would need, for gold to go bearish, you would need price to break below 1950 for it to continue bearish. I think that's going to be a good idea. Let's take a look here. This is GJ 30-minute. Price rejected here during the London single tap, okay. It made a low, created resistance at a key support resistance level. Good entry was at this 15-minute break or at the pullback. Beautiful. Missed the move as I was not on the charts. My analysis was right to sell below here, but my stop loss was too wide. Ooh. Yeah, see, so now since your stop loss is too wide, this is a good thing that you analyzed how you would have taken the trade. And when you analyze this, you're like, hey, you know what? I've studied this, I know what this means. So when you know what this means, it's like easy to say, okay, you know what? Now I'm just going to come back the next day. All right. Do you think EJ can go to 125.520? 125.520. I think first of all it can come down to 125.750 right down over here, but it needs to break below this area here. Let's take a look on the 30-minute here. 30-minute is also coming bearish. Yeah, I mean, if this is creating a minor resistance at 126.050, I think there's a very high probability for it to break below this area at pre-New York or New York Open and then continue down towards 125.750. What are some good long-term investments? Rolex is a really, really good long-term investment. Real estate is a really good long-term investment. Yeah, I guess that's it. Someone told me the US indexes. US indexes are really good long-term investments, but I don't know much about that, so I don't know. Looks like Mac is not having a good time over here. Mac's one eye is closed and one eye is open. Bro. Again. That's hilarious. Um, yeah, Rolex is a great investment, man. You can resell Rolexes. Rolexes increase in value if you know about watches. You know, anyone who says that, oh, Rolex is not a good investment, you clearly don't know about watches. So before making dumb comments, I mean, be educated on watches.
Tag Heuer is a good watch.
Trust.
Yeah.
Tag Heuer, APs.
The Apple Watch is also a really good watch.
The Samsung watch.
Hey Raja, how long do you think the streams will last for? Do you have an end goal in mind? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know yet. No idea. The stream started randomly, and they might just end one day randomly. One day there would be no stream.
Cancel.
Cancel. No notice, just evicted.
Ellen.
Can you explain a little bit more why you expected price to break that minor support at 139, 270? Yeah, because we were rejecting the higher time frame resistance, and when price is rejecting a higher time frame zone, it has a higher probability to break the smaller time frame zone, which was 139, this area right here, which is why I targeted 139, 140. I have a $300 fossil now worth $1,200. Oh, nice.
Also,
yeah. When Raja becomes George Soros. No, I think I'm gonna stay Raja Banks. I don't want to become George Soros.
I'm gonna be the Soros.
I'm gonna be Raja Banks.
Raja Banks.
Raja Banks. Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. What's that? Is that like a code word? Oh, I think that's a Rolex here. Let's take a look here. Ooh, oh, okay. It's not bad at all. Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. This is what? Omega. Oh, Omega. 5,000. I didn't know Omega watches were like more than like $1,000. Pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Have you seen the Jacobs and Cobb? Like Jacob and Cobb?
No.
The ones that they make like custom timepieces for like they made one for this guy Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo and the boxer McGregor watch. Basically, he put a roulette in the watch.
Took a huge L. I'm down $141 and not a good day for me today. Well, I guess you didn't plan your risk management then. Do you think there's a buy opportunity? Well, here's the thing, right? Now, looking for buying opportunities, price just made a low. Now, here's the thing. When I first started trading, I would look at these big moves coming down, right? I would look at these big moves, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to try to look for buys. I'm going to look to see if we can create some sort of a support, and then I'm going to look for a buy. But the fact of the matter is, this was the move you should have been in. You know, if you're missing big moves and you're thinking about taking the opposite move because, you know, you're like, okay, price may continue going up, you need to start rewiring your whole mind, man. You need to start thinking differently. Because if you had a big move, you should look to see, okay, how could you have been in this trade? How could you have been in this big move? Look at this big candle, man. Aim to trade big candles. Like a lot of people, you know, they try to chase trades. They try to, like, you know, chase missed trades. Like, I know some guys are looking for buys over here. And the fact of the matter is you might get those buys, but your habits are not forming. You're not forming good habits. You know, you're really, really not forming good habits. So a good habit is going to be, okay, you know what? Price made a low. I'm going to wait for price to retrace, create like a minor resistance, and then I'm going to take the sell because I missed this trade. So now my punishment is to wait a little bit more. You know, so that's going to work better. instead of you saying, okay, hey, I'm going to look for buys. And like another thing would be, if you miss this trade, I mean, I'll say it again, just look to see how you could have entered this trade, always.
Look at the link I sent you, Rakeel.
Bro, I'm talking about trading psychology, and you want me to open like watch links, man?
So you can see it.
Oh yeah, 500,000.
It's a roulette, and you could actually play on it.
I don't think someone should feel horrible about the amount of money lost on a trade if the risk management was executed properly. That's true, Pete. That is absolutely true. If you follow risk management, you lost what you wanted to lose, I think that's a winning day for you. But if you lost more than what you wanted to lose, then that's basically a very bad day for you. Not good, not good. Ooh, your JPY is rejecting that area over there. We're about to move into New York Open in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Gold is also jumping around over there. Gold is now ranging. Oh, Mac, people want you in the gulag. They're like, send Mac to the gulag. Let's talk about watches over there.
All right, you're right there.
They're
Let me get killed. Let me see. I haven't been in the gulag in a minute. So what's up, guys?
Yeah, go hang around in the gulag.
How's everyone doing?
What do you think about USD CHF is doing? Maybe could go back up. Well, Lewis the Wizard, I think you should know the answer to that since you're the wizard. But since you don't have your magic wand here today, I'm gonna do you a favor and we're gonna look at USD CHF. And maybe you should change your name from Lewis the Wizard to Lewis the Apprentice Wizard or something.
The nut wizard.
Yeah, so let's start from the daily over here, right? Looking at the daily now, this is an example of a high time frame analysis. Looking at the daily, the previous daily candle closed with no wick at the bottom. It also closed above the support. So you're thinking it's going to go up. So daily candles is bearish, so I don't think there are any buying confirmations on the daily time frame. So we're going to go towards the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour is about to close in 1 hour and 22 minutes. It's kind of like ranging. It's creating a resistance right over here. And it's just overall pretty messy here for support. We don't know where the support is going to be because the candle's still open. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour tapped into this resistance over here, and it looks like it created a resistance right in this level, which is also respected as a support. And I think good buys on USD CHF is going to be, man, there's a lot of problems over here. Take a look at this. You got, like, obviously you got resistance right here. So, but above this resistance, you got problems over here. You have a rejection over here, rejection over here. So I think a good buy is going to be probably above this area over here. That's what I would say, for price to continue up to this point. So there's going to be a lot of waiting over here. Even if you look at the 30-minute now, let's take a look at the 30-minute. If you look at the 30-minute basically created a high, it's coming down. So I think your best bet for a buy is going to be if price creates, if the 30-minute creates like a support over here for price to continue moving bullish. Let's measure this range. Oh yeah, it's a 14 pip range. There's no trade over here. Really tight ranges. I mean, it's so difficult. USD CHF is one of the most difficult pairs to trade because look at this. Range, just movement, haphazard movement, range. I mean, this was like a lot of volatility over here because of the US dollar, but overall, I'm not sure. Is what's happening to EJ now what you shared just, what? Daryl Chan, if you read what you wrote here, is what's happening to EJ now what you shared just now about a liquidity grab? Oh, I don't know, but I'm going to try to decipher what you mean over here. Oh, a liquidity grab to continue moving down. No, not really. Because on GJ, when price was, coming up to grab liquidity, we had clean candles here to come down to this support. And then with volume, it broke down. On your JPY, it's not forming it's not grabbing liquidity on the 30-minute because there's a support down over here. It's reversing from a support. And even if you look on the 15-minute, 15-minute broke the high over here. You know, so EJ is in a very bad spot now. It's basically ranging here now. This is a range on EJ. This is a 15, 16 pip range. UJ is also ranging. It's about to break below this low here. UJ. This 15-minute candle is about to come to a close. I think if this 15-minute candle can close bearish, we have a very good opportunity for price to continue moving bearish. Man, this range looks like 20, 30 pip range, but it's actually 12 pips. So if you're over 60 years old or 50 years old and you're prone to heart attacks, I think you're going to be very safe trading UJ. Because it's not going to move a lot. I mean, your biggest stop loss is going to be like 7 pips. You're going to be super safe.
Right.
Trust.
It can take like 3 weeks to get there.
Yeah. Hey, we're bullying UJ over here.
Bullying Mac, bullying UJ.
No, man, we don't bully you. What do you mean?
Your
Yes,
family,
no,
man.
bullying me.
Yeah, your family, man. Come
No,
on.
I'm in the gulag right now. I'm typing with my friends.
All right.
Friends.
Do you think having a max capacity in your mind? What? Do you have a max capacity in mind for unlearn, relearn? Would you announce it if you were going to near closing signups for it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to open it back up again in like November, October, late October, early November. Does Magic Key show you the amount risking before you submit? Yes. Magic Keys, it calculates everything for you. Where's my Magic Key? Yeah, right here.
Right here.
This one. This is a super Magic Key. No one has this. Only 3
What?
people in the world has this version of Magic Keys.
That's the prototype.
Oh yeah, the prototype. Yeah, I got the fufu one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
got the copy.
I got the
This
fufu
one?
like.
this one is actually heavier than the black one.
Oh,
Of
really?
course, because it's metal.
Yeah.
man.
Metal?
It's metal. It's metal.
Yeah,
Oh,
you could throw that thing at someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's heavier. So you guys got the IML version of Magic Keys.
No, what the heck? Kerwin sold me his.
Um, based on what you were saying earlier, if a bullish candle closed with a long bottom wick, does that mean that there is a possible bearish reversal based on the... Yes. If a bullish candle closes with a long, like a wick right here, that means a exhaustion of the bearish move. So I mean, if you look at the 15-minute candle right over here, the 15-minute candle is about to close in like a minute and a half. It's broken above the high of the 15-minute candle. This is forming a minor support for price to retrace or to continue going up to potentially retest 139.260. But if we break above 139.260, then I think price is going to do like a deeper retest or maybe like, you know, like a move up. So that's something you could wait on. Oh yeah, that's a very good thing to wait on, because if this was support formed, and then if this range is like 12 pips, it's not enough range, right? But if you measure this range from 139.260 all the way to 139.470, this is a 20 pip range. I'm a newbie and wanting to know strategy for dealing with gold. Well. There is the best strategy to know how to deal with gold is to send your chart and to plot your chart and to see what your analysis is, and then we'll be able to guide you better.
Send charge.
Send chart. Hey dude, will you create a special trade room in your house? Yes. I'm getting 2 dining tables over here, which will go right over here. There's gonna be 1 dining table that's gonna go over here. Oh, actually, you know what? That's perfect. I can have a dining table over here, and then I can have a stand-up desk right over here.
Oh. Like a bar?
No, bro, I said a stand-up desk.
No, man. Where you been, Mac?
Like sometimes, Mac, I think sometimes, like you know how the waves they randomly go over our head. Sometimes I think
Yeah.
you see random words going across your head and you just like grab them.
Yeah,
You
because it's like stand up, and then I see bar, and then just stand up bar.
I don't know what happens,
I give up.
man. I give up.
Let's screw you, Kerwin. You're not leaving me.
I was like, man.
Oh, a new live trading session, controller FX. What's
All right, I'm gonna
Drugs,
mute.
kids.
I'm gonna mute
Hey,
Mac now.
hey, Kev.
Oh my god.
Can you elaborate on how to establish LLC structure and how to avoid big taxes? In Canada, we don't have LLC. We have corporations, and I'm finding it really hard to avoid big taxes. It's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a huge problem, man. I'm looking at pretty big. I'm looking at around 620,000 for this year, and my expenses are way lower than that. Way lower than that. So my tax bill is going to be almost 90,000, 80,000, 90,000 next year. It's going to be fucked up.
Roger, don't you have 2 company cars?
Man, how much are cars gonna run me for the whole year?
What's that company shirt that you're wearing? You're in uniform, right?
Yeah. So we're trying to do some things. I'm trying to build out my basement so I can use that as an expense towards the company. Because ideally that's
also that office runs you what, $1,200 a month in rent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone's cousin can help me, but that will result in jail time.
Oh,
that's not good. All right, looks like GJ is going to continue down towards 139 even. See, this is where you don't look for buys on GJ because number one is GPJPY, and number two, GPJPY when it's trending, it does not care about your account, it does not care about your thinking or what you thought would happen. Nothing, it just moves.
So it's also really hard to get a retest.
Yeah, exactly. See what your JPY is doing over here. Ooh, your JPY is still ranging here. Hello everyone, I'm new here. Are you waiting for a trade on GJ at this moment? Thank you. No, basically we already had a GJ sell running down. This is just a bonus move that's, GJ's making to continue moving bearish. If GJ on the 15-minute, see now it's breaking the low on the 15-minute candle. This should give you more confirmations of price to continue moving bearish now. This is where, when you look for buys, someone says, man, what? Why are you looking for buys at this point, man? This thing is just forming to continue down. How do you pay yourself? Is your trading account on your personal name or your company's name? And are you an employee who gets paid monthly? Yeah, I'm an employee who gets paid monthly. I'm an employee of my corporation. So my corporation pays me per hour to do these live streams. So I get paid per hour. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is GJ15. Hey, can you please provide me your input regarding this trade? My execution seemed to be weak at this point. Yeah, I think it's a good trade here on the 15-minute chart. Entered at the sell, 15-minute candle. Oh, got stopped out here. Yeah, I think you should have waited for this candle here. When candles are bearish and you're trying to sell bearish candles, that's like selling the low, man. That's not
that's not a good way to take a trade. I think when candles are going bearish, you need to wait for a candle to form bullish, break the low, and then take a safe sell. Because when I first saw this, I thought that you sold right after this bullish candle, but you sold right after at this bearish candle, which is not good. I also think you moved your stop loss too early. What's this? Got stopped out due to moving stop loss. Yeah, you moved your stop loss too early. You know. So I think now you can look back and see that, okay, where could have been a better entry? Guys, listen, whenever you guys take a loss, always look to see where could you have had a better entry. And and don't say, oh yeah, better entry would have been right over here, because it's impossible to have an entry right at this level all the time. A better entry could have been, when this candle was breaking the low of the 15-minute candle to go bearish, because, trend is bearish. So I think 139 is coming up soon, and Kervin, I guess, said 138, 900.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's going to come soon too then.
Yeah, man, looks like we're gonna hit 139 and even lower.
Yeah, 139 flat at least. Just 11 Pepsi Cola. Maybe leave a little wick down below 139 flat, and then retrace at 8 a.m.
It's just scary because 8 a.m. should
Yeah.
continue dropping.
Oh, maybe, or it would just pull back. Depends,
Where else it can go? I mean,
Yeah, and also there are no buys on GJ, man. No, nothing. Coming straight down. What made you choose FX over stock market? I didn't understand FX. Oh, stock market, but I understood FX. I mean, it was easier. I saw it as Forex being easy. Well, I got introduced to Forex first, so just stuck to that. Did UJ drop too? Ooh, UJ drop as well. Looks like the break of the low over here on UJ was the entry, but UJ is in this 10-12 pip range. I mean, you only dropped what, 3 pips. Alright, let's take a look here. Ooh, nice standing desks. This thing's gonna be pretty sick. Oh, $1,000, man. These are expensive. Yeah, no, these are way too pricey. I think I can build one better than that.
$1,000, you can build the table and have the monitor.
That's way too much. That's way, like my chair I bought like 4 years ago for $50. Like,
Oh yeah, the IKEA one.
yeah,
Yeah, that thing lasted.
yeah, it's still here. It hasn't broken yet.
No, it's really good.
Man, when I buy things to just use them till they die. When they're dead, then I buy new things.
That's good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, me too. Latinos are like that.
Yeah. What do you think about USD CAD sells after this candle? After what candle? Forex Dawn? Forex Dawn, you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart so we can look at that chart and we can see what you mean. Hey, Raja, can I please have our insight on this GU chart? Alright, let's see here. GU chart. Take a look at this GU chart. Oh, whoa. You took a buy based on the 15-minute confirmation. Take profit was all the way up over there. Doji formed. Let's take a look at what the chart is doing right now. GBP USD. So 15-minute is still holding support. We're holding support on GU. I think if you get a 30-minute candle closing a solid bullish candle, your buys can work out. But if this candle doesn't close like a solid bullish candle, then your buys are going to be pretty, your buys may go extinct at that point. So you really need this 30-minute to close bullish. All right, UJ, sell, coming down towards 106, 179. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think with the volume coming in with NY Open in 5 minutes, you could get a little retracement, like a liquidity grab, and then a continuation moving down. So it's pretty good. Guys, you missed a magic, oh, massive push on UJ, yeah. That was a massive push on UJ.
Yeah, gold went up.
It broke 1956?
No, not yet.
Almost.
I'm waiting for it to break 1954.
All right, we got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Is it hard to establish a corporate trading account with your broker? Does it have extra steps more than a personal account? Yeah, you need to give them your corporation filings. Hey, about taxes, are you get taxed on your trading P&L, or you have to pay tax for the amount you withdraw throughout the year? It's the amount you withdraw throughout the year. So, you know, get yourself an accountant so that your accountant can set you up. Because everyone's positions are different, so you know, so your accountant is going to be the best person to, like, you know, set you up with certain things. Do you think XNS is a good broker in Pakistan? I have no idea. I don't live in Pakistan. I live in Canada. Hey, I won 3 trades today, but if I see more setups and they look profitable, how should I control myself not to take the trade? Just don't take the trade. Don't take the trade. Your name is Shera. Shera means lion in my language, you know, so be a lion, man. Don't take more trades. Be okay with what you got. You know what the lions do? Lions and cheetahs and leopards, every day wake up, they go for a hunt, right? They go for a hunt. If they catch what they're hunting, they're content with it. They sit down, they eat, they sleep, and then that's it. They come back the next day. But if they miss the hunt, they're never going to keep chasing. No, they don't keep chasing. They're like, okay, you know what? We missed it. Oh, well, too bad, so sad. We'll just wait for the next day, tomorrow, and then we're going to start the hunt again tomorrow. Like, imagine if they kept chasing. If they kept chasing, man, they're going to get dehydrated, and they're just going to, it's a no-brainer, man. It's not going to work out well. You know, so they wait for the next day. So this is what you need to do. You know, this is what you need to do. You need to, when you take a trade, you win a trade, you call it a day, you come back the next day, you make notes. When you lose a trade, losing trade is a learning opportunity, you know, and also missing a trade is a learning opportunity too. You know, if you miss a trade, you make notes, you're like, okay, how you could have entered the trade, and then you come back the next day. My USD CAD is playing out. I'm not getting in. I'm satisfied with GJ profits, just going to watch it. That is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look here. USD CAD. Ooh, wow, man. That is playing out perfect. It did kind of like the same retest as GJ after making the low. Let's look at the 30-minute. Oh, beautiful. I can already see an entry would have been at the break of the low of the 30-minute candle to continue down to retest the low, which was 5 pips. Should have been bigger, man. So the 5 pips. Hey Raja, haven't you opened the trade today? I did. I was in GJ sells. I took GJ sells from up over here to down till over here. Have you considered doing a session on magic keys for your mentorees? No, not really, but we've been looking into create like a big tutorial video, you know, big tutorial video. Oh, wow, look at that. We're coming down towards 139 even at NY Open. This is the NY Open push.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I grabbed like 7 pips from that.
Very nice. That was it.
How long
Oh,
does
look.
Magic Keys takes for delivery? Around 1 to 4 weeks, sometimes 6 weeks. You know, depending on where you are and COVID.
Look, Rakeel, gold closed, I think, above 1954.
Yeah, it should do a retracement and then continue up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So it looks like someone here took a loss on GU because the candle closed with a weak bullish candle. So you should have closed the position when it closed like a weak bullish candle. Also the 15-minute here as well closed like a bearish candle here too. Someone just said, I don't see anything, so I'm gonna go do my lunch. That's perfect. That's awesome. Is Australia Customs passing the parcels or they're sending them back? They're passing the parcels. Depends. So far from Australia, we've gotten like 2 returns from customs. So it basically depends who's working there, right? I mean, if someone who's really cool and chill, they let them go. Someone who's really anal about stuff, they just do some extra checking and hold it. You know, like Chicago is like what, 8 hours away from me. Driving about like 12 hours, 13 hours. And sending mail to Chicago, one time it took like what, 2 months. You know, it was stuck at customs for a month and a half. Crazy, man. And also the land borders are closed too from the US to Canada. So if mail goes through land, it takes like a longer time. Usually they go by air though. Oh, we're getting some smuggling advice here too. I brought weed from California and Colorado airports. Yeah, so I think the only trade here was GJ cells. That's it. GJ cells were the trade for today. Looks like GU is also going to continue moving bearish over here. The 1 hour candle is filling the wick, but we're coming down further. Let's take a look at, circle back to UJ over here. Let's see what UJ is doing. Ooh, UJ is doing a retracement over here. Got in on UJ cells. Oh, now you need for UJ to create some sort of a resistance over here. You know, whenever price breaks the support, it's going to create a low. When price is creating a low and you're entering at the low, I think that's not a good position to be in. You know, you need price to create some sort of a resistance. And then you get back in the trade for price to continue down to retest the low.
I think gold should keep moving up right now. Hopefully.
Yeah, it should. Let's circle back to our Chinese indicator over here and let's see what's going on here. Oh, look at that. Pound is really, 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 really weak. And yen is really, 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 really strong. So surprise, surprise, right? That's why GJ is falling. GJ fell all morning. What's this? "72 inches. I want my desk to be 72 inches long." Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be counted over here. What does the Chinese indicator say about gold? It says nothing. It says ranging. Um, why do not you place the symbol of the stop loss and TP on this sale? Because I choose not to. Let's take a look at this GA sell. Someone took a GA sell over here. Ooh, wow, this is this is something I don't want people to do, you know, like price created a low, it's coming down, so you're taking a sell for price to continue moving down. The idea is there, but you need to wait for price to create some sort of a minor resistance and then take a sell and then take the move down. But selling right here, I mean, you could get a push down, but this is just a very bad habit. You know, it's a very bad habit like this. So you need to wait for price to create like retrace, create like a minor resistance, and then take the sell.
And look at the price. The price is 1.82 flat, basically. So you may have a reaction from there.
Oh yeah, 1.82 flat.
Yeah.
They call that catching a falling knife.
It's always tricky and more risky to take trades on round numbers, to be honest. Yeah. Like right now, GG, maybe people are still holding sells. You know, they got greedy. GG already hit the 139 mark, so basically we may have a rejection from there.
Yeah.
If it's gonna happen, nobody knows. If it's gonna dip down maybe 10, 15 pips, nobody knows. But you know, always if you back test these pairs, you're gonna find at round numbers you're gonna have rejections. So be careful.
Round numbers and even like half, like 0.5s and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
the 500s, you know, basically what people call quarter points and whole points. Yeah, but I'm not telling you that's gonna work in order to be a trader, but just be careful. I have seen it a lot.
Yeah, like gold staggering to get out of that area. So, and it's already 8 a.m. But we're gonna get that push up, but it's probably gonna keep consolidating.
All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is, would like to see a break and close for buys, break above this area. Okay, looks good. Then price break below, close below the support to look for sells. Yeah, that's actually exactly how I would look at it too. You have support forming down here, you have a resistance forming up over here, so price is in this range. Need price to break out of this range. Can I soon place a sell on UJ? You can do anything you want when you sexy. Yeah. I think a better thing to wait for would be to maybe like a bearish candle 15-minute, or for it to break the low right over here, because you know at the same time, I mean, UJ is like not a big range. You know, it's like what, it's like 12 pips away, so it's not that big at all.
take a look at this here. I closed 80% here and the rest 20% is still running. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, if we break above, like, this 1956, price can continue moving bullish. Where is it? We're going to keep an eye on this here. Yeah, this area here. Once we keep staying above this area in 30-minute, we're going to continue moving bullish. 1960 is approaching really quick. Alright, let's take a look at this chart here. This is... Ooh, GJ. Waiting for price to retest this area to form a resistance to take sells to retest the low. This is amazing. Great, great thing to look for. I think at this time, what you also need to see is that if this does happen in the time that you're going to trade, then I think it's going to be a pretty good idea to take the sell. But if it doesn't happen during the time you trade, then then you come back the next day and see what happens. Just made a lot of profit on GJ, bro. Oh, nice, beautiful. Someone made a lot of profit on GJ. People are here begging you to continue down, but if you're disciplined, you're just waiting for candles to close. For 15-minute, you got 2 minutes left. You want this candle to close, and the next one you want the bearish candle to take the sell. And then on 30-minute, you're waiting 17 minutes for the candle to close. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to trade because now you just gotta wait for candles to close. Right over here, if someone's looking for buys, you're looking for a 30-minute or the 1-hour candle to close bullish to take buys. Because once price is trending really strong and you see a 15-minute candle closing bullish, man, these are weak confirmation time. These are weak ass confirmations right over there. It's like when you have a fight and you want to take your friends with you to the fight, and you take the 15-minute candles. Man, someone's going to say, oh, he brought the 15-minute candles. These are weak candles. We can't do nothing with these candles. So you want the 30-minute or the 1-hour, like big, strong candles to go and fight with you.
The 4 hours with the 4x4.
Yeah, 4 hours.
They bring the 4x4.
Yeah.
The
4 hours
doji
gonna
candles
bring the
look like hammers.
Doji candles are going to be like knives,
Like knives and throwing knives and throwing stars. Yeah, I think gold will be a good target at 1963. If we close above this area. 63 or 59 like you have.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. Nice.
Is 1960 coming up?
1963.
GJ is about to tap 139 even as well.
Yeah.
Hey Raja, I've been learning for months. Trial with fake money for 1 month. Closed off at just under 20% growth. Going to open a live account. Thank you for continuous guidance and support. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Good luck. Good luck on that first day. How can we be so sure that the bull candle on UJ isn't a fake out? Well, if this candle stays below 106.320, then it's not a fake out. If it closes below 106.320, then it's going to continue moving bearish. That's how you know. But nothing is 100%, right? So see that big rejection? We got rejected over there. So if someone's taking sells here, your sells are going to be aggressive because your stops are going to be, well, it's okay, 6 pips. I mean, nothing's aggressive on UJ, I guess.
Not even a point, not even 100 lots.
Yeah, so easy. UJ is like 0 ranges, man. So small.
Yeah, with GG You basically can place a trade before you go to sleep, and next morning you be maybe dragged down 2 pips.
Yeah.
It's not gonna move overnight.
Oh, we're coming down to 139 even. We got a little bit left.
Yeah.
Can we tap it? Can we tap 139? Oh, 139. Come on. Oh. Oh, congratulations. We tapped 139 even. This is
Wow.
this is the win for today. 139 even. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Oh, wow, what's this? US 30 buys above this level once the bullish candle breaks resistance, sells below that level over there. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. So all this consolidation over here. So you want price to come out of this consolidation and then continue moving up. So I guess at this point you should be securing positions again, and yeah.
Don't be like Mac.
No, I'm done. I just have a small position on gold. That's it. Now that it broke and the new 15-minute gave me a little pullback, I got into a little small position.
When was the last time you opened any other trade than GJ or gold? Long time ago. I don't even remember when was the last time. Don't even remember.
Come on, gold.
Oh, we're at 1957 over here.
Come on. 1960.
GJ's dropping at the same time. Can GJ come to 138.900 where Kervin said? I think it can. Because there are no buys on GJ. Nothing.
No, not yet. Javi, yeah, I don't know, man. We may reach 500, but it's gonna take a while. I'm not looking at sales on GJ for this week. Probably we're gonna be looking for buys later on.
Yes, come on, gold. Come on, gold. Oh my God.
Ah, man. Pullback is coming, Mac. Get ready.
No, it got so close to my TP, and it just pulled back so quick. Ugh. God damn, I literally like 1 pip. Oh man, I should tap 1960. Come on. Okay. Wait, more dollars.
What's this? FX Noob Trader. FX Noob Trader said, anyone in GJ buys. Wow. Come on, man. Ooh, gold. Gold almost tapped 1959. See, this is why your name is FX Noob Trader. GJ buys. Why? Why do you want to take GJ buys when things are just dropping? Man, I think you should just stop trading right now. You should just stop it right now. Trust me, I'm doing you a favor by telling you to stop trading and just watch. Don't take any trades, just watch. You know, because I mean, if you take buys right now, there's no confirmation. This has to be a troll. You know, sometimes the questions are so dumb. You think they are trolls, but they're legitimate questions. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
The legitimate questions that it's our job to, like, you know, teach people and to guide them in the proper direction. And sometimes we show tough love, and sometimes people like it. Sometimes they don't like tough love. It is what it is, man. Ooh, look at this. Entry on the break of the 15-minute low. Beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful trade. Entry on the break of the 15-minute low right over here. Just like we talked about earlier on. You got like 10 pips and you called it a day. Seems like GJ is going to the last 4-hour low. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's coming down to this support area here at around, you know, 138.900, just like Kervin mentioned. You know what's amazing in the gulag is, whenever we have a lady that comes in the gulag and she says something, there are like at least 10, 15 guys who say hi, 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 hi. If you want buys because daily candle is bullish, then wait. Daily candle is not bullish, man. Daily candle is bearish. Look at this daily candle. This is bearish daily candle. You know, you want price to create some sort of support for it to continue moving up. But unless there's no support formed, at least on the 4-hour or on the daily, there are no buys. So you want a support form at least on the 4-hour. You know, and then on the daily. So that's gonna work out better. For buys right now, there are no buys right now. Your JPY is still ranging. Gold tapped into, you know, that 1960 area there. That whole zone it tapped into and pulling back. UJ is still struggling over here now in this tiny range over here. Ooh, AUD JPY sells. I don't know why people trade AUD JPY in the New York session when both currencies are closed. I just don't understand. This means nothing to me, this chart over here. Bearish higher time frame bias, looking for sells below this area to go down. Yeah, it looks good, but the chart is way too zoomed out. It's too zoomed out here, my friend. And it's also AUD JPY. AUD JPY, Australian dollar is closed in New York session, and the yen is also closed in New York session. So why trade a pair which has two currencies closed? Why? Just ask yourself why. It's just, sometimes I just lose the answers I have for questions.
That's why I stopped trading USD CAD during New York session.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, nice gold. It's about to hit my TP.
It's coming back up to a 1960. Will we tap 1960? I think it should tap 1960, Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
yeah, I think we're good.
That's right, it's coming.
Come in.
Which 3 pairs do you like to trade? I like to trade 2 pairs. GJ and sometimes gold. Sometimes. Like if I'm going to take 10 trades in GJ, maybe 2 are going to be on gold. Maybe. That's a big maybe. What do you mean it's closed? Oh, man. What do I mean? If AUD/JPY is close. See, now for me to explain that answer, I just don't know, man. Like, what are we doing over here? Are we not using our brains here? Are we not using any thinking capabilities? Did people kill their brain cells? What's going on? I don't know what's happening. Is this the late night punk Raja Banks show? AUD/JPY. You got AUD/JPY right over here. If you guys want to have a good laugh, go to the Gulag. You'll have amazing laughs. So if you're looking at the time right now, this is NY open, right? It's NY opens. You ask yourself, is the AUD closed or open in NY open? If you say AUD is open, you need to quit trading right now. But obviously AUD is closed, so you're like, okay, we cannot trade AUD, it's closed. And then you say, okay, let's look at yen. Is yen open or closed at this point? You're like, okay, well, yen is closed, so you're like, okay, let's not trade yen. Then AUD/JPY, we should not trade AUD/JPY at this point because, you know, both currencies are closed. This is the basics of Forex, man. This is the basics of Forex. You know what really grinds my gears? When people look at people on Instagram and making these big retarded demo trades, and they're like, you know, I mean, they look at all the other like lifestyle stuff. They get lost in this whole like, you know, idea that, okay, like trading, we just want to come up and make money. We don't want to know when pairs are open. We don't want to know when they're closed. We just want to make money, you know. And that's when they lose. That's when they're confused. They don't know what's going on, because this is basic information. When you look at a pair, the reason I trade GBP/JPY at this time is because GBP/JPY is only influenced by the yen, you know, and you only want to trade a pair that is only being influenced by one currency, not by two currencies, by one currency. You know, if you're looking at AUD/JPY, both currencies are closed at this time of the market, so it makes no logical sense to trade it, none whatsoever. You know, if you're looking at, like, let's say USD/JPY, right? The yen is closed, the dollar is open. If you're looking at GU gets harder to trade because not only the dollar is open, but the pound is also open. You know, so it gets really hard to trade GU because you only want to trade a currency that is influenced by one currency, you know, well, pair. You want to trade one pair that's influenced by just one currency. And man, I don't know, man, why people don't teach the correct way or show the correct way. It just blows my mind away. Maybe they don't know how to trade themselves. Who knows? Maria sent a chart here. Ooh, what's this? GJ, 30-minute chart. Waiting for price to create a minor resistance to continue down. Waiting for price to create a support to go up. Yeah, that's good. I think if we can create a support on the 30-minute, then we could have a move up to maybe correct this little move up. You know, and that move up could then result in I mean, someone can take a buy by price moving up from the 30-minute, or you could wait for price to create like a resistance for price to continue moving down. First time I heard about this and been trading for a year. Oh wow! First time oh wow, man, that's crazy. What broker do you use in Canada? If you go to my description, you'll see it. What's the bestest beginner pair? USD/JPY. Forex Paid has entered the chat. Oh, Donovan. Donovan, man. Come on Zoom, bro. We got Donovan over here. We got Don. Man, before you went to the UK, I was like really debating, man. Like, I have a boot camp to do in England. Like, I'm not sure whether they're going to make me quarantine or send me back. I wasn't sure. But when you landed there from Florida, I'm like, man, if he can go there from Florida, I think I'm good. I'm 100% getting in then. Because I heard that the US is being screened a lot. But I guess that was only on the media, that this screening people from there. Yeah, it's just vibes here. It's vibes over here, man. I don't know what that means, but I guess that means it's awesome. Last time I was in Europe was when I was 13 years old. No, 12. When I was 12. So after 20 years, I'm going back after 20 years. Damn. When I was 12, I guess Sean Lee was 7 years old at that time. Probably somewhere playing with toys. All right, let's take a look at this. Shots fired. Oh, no shots fired, man. That's just a fact. Pew pew pew. Oh, wrong chart coming from the gulag. Wrong chart. That's my view on that trade. That's a wrong chart. All right, still, let's take a look at this USDJPY over here. Ooh, USDJPY is continuing its movement down. Oh, look at that. Are we going to fill this 10 pip range on UJ? I guess we should. This 10 pip range is getting filled on UJ. So look what happened, right? Called out the GJ sells. We called out UJ sells. We saved people from EJ. And Mac was about to say gold buys. Yeah, Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, and Mac called out the gold buys. Yeah, GJ sell is still going. It's still going. You know, sometimes sometimes you miss the moves, and when you miss the move, sometimes you're just like, okay, you know what, this is gonna happen. You know, I remember this one day, right? I remember this one day we went. So before we had our son, we would go to the ultrasounds, right? We go to the ultrasounds, and on our way back, we go have breakfast. So a couple times, what would happen was that while we would be coming back for breakfast, that would be around like London close, and GJ would be dropping like this, you know, price would be dropping like this, and at breakfast time I would try to take buys. You know, I'm like, okay, price is falling, let me just take quick buys. I take buys, and I'd look at and by the time my eggs would arrive, I'd look at the price and I'd get stopped out. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on here? I'm getting stopped out, and then I would take more buys. I'd get stopped out again, and then I was like, oh, okay, you know what, I really have to change some things over here. And at that point, I decided, hey, like, you know what? If I'm going to continue this on, I can't do this like this. I have to see what's going on. So then I had to figure out that, okay, I've clearly missed the move, and now I'm trying to chase that move by calling potential bottoms. You know, when you're calling potential bottoms over here, you're like anticipating a support formed when a support has not been formed. You know, so it gets really hard to take a trade right here. You know, and then you see a good support formed once you have like a 30-minute candle closing bullish or the 1 hour candle closing bullish, because once you have 30-minute or the 1 hour candles closing in your direction, you know, the key word is closing in your direction, you know, then you have a much higher probability for price to continue moving in that way. What screen recorder do you use? I use XSplit. Do you think GJ could continuously fall into support zone so it becomes a liquidity grab for further buys? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it has already fallen a lot. It has fallen, what, 40 pips? Yeah, only 45, 48 pips. So, you know, it could fall more, but we'll have to wait and see. I think the main thing is when you I give myself maybe like 3 hours on the charts, you know. If things happen within those 3 hours, I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to execute on it, whatever. But if things don't happen within those 3 hours, then I'm not going to look at the charts for furthermore, unless I'm, you know, working and I have charts on the side. But other than that, probably not going to do anything about that. I'm just going to wait for the next day. Could you see Zunesh FX on Telegram? He posted a video he made, 500K. Important thing is he's doubled his account in 2 days. Well, you know, if someone can post their videos like how I post, then I'm probably gonna have a look at them. But when they can't, then there's no reason for me to look at them. Because if you look at my highlights on my Instagram, I mean, you go look at those highlights and you're like, okay, well, everything's, oh, what's this? Wait for candles close, stop loss above candles forming, closing 50%. Oh, beautiful. Very nice trade. You had a pretty good trade.
Hey, Raj, I have a question for you. That's on the on GJ on the 6:30 a.m. candle. Would it make sense to use dynamic risk and using like let's say I want to use 10 lot total. Let's say I put a 5 lot at the opening candle and another position at the break of the previous low. Would it make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yep, that would make sense.
Thanks.
What is meant by a pair being closed or open? Um, holy shit, man. What's meant by pairs being closed or open? What that means is that I don't know how to answer that question. I honestly don't know how to answer that question. That's um, it's really simple because if you look at GPJPY, you need to ask yourself, is the yen open at this point? And you're like, no, the yen is closed because the yen is in Japan and Japan is closed. Um, and if you look at AUD JPY, you ask yourself, is the Australia open at this point? You're like, no, Australia is closed, so Australia is closed. Australia market is not in session. And then the yen is also not in session, so you can't trade it. It gets pretty hard. So that was a gulag question. Man, I think you guys need to go through babypips.com. Whoever is having problems with knowing when things are open, when things are closed, man, you need to go to babypips.com and you need to really like learn what's going on. Oh, and gold has hit TP. Gold has hit 1961. Oh, 1962.
Nice.
Congratulations, Mac. You won today. Yeah, gold is approaching these rejection areas right over here. Strong rejection areas. Your JPY is still ranging. UJ almost went up to its 10 pip levels in this massive 12 pip range. Yeah, I guess the only trade was GJ sells here and gold buys. That's about it. GJ sells and gold buys were the two trades today.
I'm gonna stop.
Don't stop the music. I think if you form a solid support in GJ, this might be a nice entry for a swing trade during the week since GJ overall is still bullish. Yeah, I guess for GJ, I'd want to see a support formed on the 4-hour or at least the 1-hour time frame. You know, I'd want a support formed because we're approaching a very strong consolidation area. Because look here, you know, around like 138, 900 level, that's where price consolidated for what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11 hours. You know, so that's a very, very strong area here for price to break. So if it's going to continue moving, it needs to respect, I guess, 138, 900 for it to continue up. So, I mean, if I want to take a swing trade here, I'm actually looking to take a swing trade here on GBJPY to continue moving bullish to, you know, 140 and then continue on towards 141. I want like a support formed on the 1-hour or at least a 4-hour. Because I think it's going to happen in the next couple of days, but not today. I mean, who knows, you know, I mean, Brexit can come out and it can continue moving. Can you post your routine of your workout on IG? Yeah. So today what I'm going to do is Today I'm probably gonna do shoulders. Yeah, I'm gonna do shoulders today. So I'm gonna do 10 sets of shoulders today. 10 sets of shoulder presses. Yeah, 10 sets of shoulder presses. Yeah, I'm still sore. I'm still sore. You know what? I've done testosterone equipoise. So I went on this anabolic steroids like back in the day, and I never got sore. Never ever got sore. I never got sore. Like yesterday, I did 10 sets of chest, like presses, and then did 10 sets of flies. I'm really sore all over here. And I remember when I was on test, no soreness, nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Felt like Superman. Ooh, UJ came down to target here. Wow. Man, this looks like such a huge move on UJ, right? But it's not. It's not a huge move. This is why I said, if you're prone to having heart attacks, you're better off selling UJ. It's like in a nice 12 pip range. 10 exercises. No, not 10 exercises. Man, is the gulag brain dead? What's going on over there? 10 sets. Um, yeah, I feel like when I do like 10 sets, like you're really focusing on that one muscle and you get sore really quick. 10 sets. So like around 10 to 15 reps and 10 sets. Yeah, so next day you get really, really sore. Are you taking any medication for your hair? Why? Is my hair sick? No, man, there's no medication for hair. People say hair loss. No, it's not hair loss. It's what's the word? Oh, it's the wrong chart. It's you age gracefully. Oh, come on, Kevon. Kevon is sniffing right in this mic over there. All right. What happened to Jeeves' challenge? Yeah, Jeevan was supposed to do 4,000 push-ups. He was supposed to do 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 pull-ups, 1,000 squats, and 1,000 pull-ups. So 4,000. Still waiting for that to happen. Probably gonna happen like this week. So far your JPY is ranging, no trade. Gold went up, as we expected. USD JPY came down as we expected. GJ is hovering over here. Some people are looking for buys on GJ. I guess you can look for buys on GJ if you get a candle closing bullish, but it needs to break the high of the previous 30-minute candle. That's the only reason you should look for buys on GJ. Otherwise, that's it. I'm gonna see what time IKEA opens because I gotta go to IKEA today. IKEA opens at 10. Oh, okay, we got time. We got time. Not just 10 sets of how many exercises. Oh. Can you tell me can you tell me that is meditation important for trading? No. Meditation will not help you trade better. Trust me on that. I know a lot of people who are into this like meditation and yoga thing, and who are into all this like like the higher form of whatever that is. I mean, meditation will never help you to trade better. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee that. Meditation doesn't help you trade better. Because when you're trading, you're looking at candles, you're waiting, and meditation has nothing to do with your greed, with money or anything like that. Nothing. When you're trading live money. When you're meditating, you're just meditating your mind. It's two different things. People.
Hey, Rakeel, I think physical fitness helps.
I think so. Yes. I think so. Yes, because the way how I think physical fitness helps, because like when you go to the gym, you're only going to the gym for about like an hour. You go to the gym for an hour and you're like, okay, you know what? I'll go back tomorrow, and then slowly my gains are gonna come. The same thing applies to trading. You come on in, you take your shot. If it's a win, you come back the next day. If it's a loss, you come back the next day. Meditation, it can help you like get your stress away, get your anxiety away a little bit. But when you're trading, meditation will never help you to trade better. Like, look at how many self-help books are out there. These personal development books and this and that. I mean, it will not help you at all. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Like people who are saying that, oh no, you're wrong, this and that, man, trust me. Like when you get profitable, you will understand that meditation was not helping you at all. I understood that. Trust me. I would think the same thing. Like if you asked me this 3 years ago that meditation helps, I was like, oh yeah, man, meditation helps a lot. Meditation helps a lot. But when I got profitable, I was like, yeah, no, meditation doesn't help at all. So time will come. Have patience, young Padawans. Slowly you're gonna understand that meditation doesn't help. The time will come. But physical fitness, staying physically fit, man, that helps. That helps a lot. Looks like. Ooh, hijama.ca. Okay, serving both male and females. Okay. What is this hijama therapy? Oh, what the hell? What's this? Muscle pain, body. Nah, I'm not getting these chemicals in my body, man. No, 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 no. No way. Oh, cupping. Oh, okay. Looks like dude is trying to cup her head or something. Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. With great respect, meditation is lifestyle. Oh yes, meditation is lifestyle. Man, you guys can argue with me all the time. Meditation is a lifestyle. I understand that. There are a lot of yogis. I do yoga every morning. And the only reason I do yoga every morning is to stretch my muscles. That's it. I don't do yoga to help me in trading, because it doesn't help me in trading. And listen, it's all the power to you, yogis. If you think yoga helps you or meditation helps you or whatever that is helps you in trading, be my guest, man. Trust me, I used to pray 5 times a day. I'm a Muslim. I do sometimes a day, but I used to pray, and then I'd be in drawdowns, and I'd pray like, man, please, like, give me the brain power to get out of drawdown. Please give me those signs so I can get out of drawdown. And when you're meditating at 3 p.m. and meditating for you to get that inner strength to take a better trade, and at 3 p.m. when you take a trade and it's a loss, did meditation help you take a win? No, man, because your dumbass tried to trade at 3 p.m. when there's no volume, there's no volatility, and you took a loss. Now, will meditation help you to stay focused from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. every morning? For sure. But will meditation help you not overtrade? I don't think so. Will meditation help you not over risk? I don't think so. When you're managing someone's money, right? When you're managing someone's $10,000 or $20,000 and you lost $2,000, will meditation help you take the next positive trade? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen, man. Meditation is not going to do that. Meditation might help you, clear your mind in the moment and this and that. That's totally fine. But when you get candles moving, when you're waiting for confirmations, when you're taking an early entry, meditation won't going to help you not take an early entry. It's not going to help you. So, and these things you're going to learn once you get profitable. Trust me, once you get profitable for 6 months, 7 months, you're going to truly understand that, oh, hey, like, you know what? This retard there on the live stream, he was right. So just let it be like this. Let it be the way it is right now. You can practice that through meditation. You just clear your mind. I think you need to read more about it. I know exactly what to do every day, what not to do every day. I think people should use meditate. Okay, this is how you should use meditation. You know, everyone who's getting their knickers up in the bunch over there. I think the best the best way to do meditation is after you take a trade, after you take a winning trade or the losing trade, start meditating. Honestly, just start meditating and just start to clear your mind from that win or that loss. That's it. Just start meditating and use that meditation to do something else other than look at charts. That's how you should use meditation. You know, like take your one trade. If it's a win or a loss, start meditating ASAP. You know, but if after a loss you meditate and then you come back to take another trade, your meditation just went out the window. Yeah, but don't over meditate too because you might go hungry. Because you gotta eat. What's this? Meditate these nuts. Alright, let's remove that. Guy's gonna get me banned on YouTube here. As Doug Ford would say, a bunch of yahoos were meditating in Times Square. Man, our premier, you know, Ontario's premier, he calls people like yahoos. You know, a bunch of yahoos were protesting. My flatmate used to cover his phone with Bible whenever he's losing and he blew many accounts. Can you imagine? Your phone is in a drawdown and you put the Bible on it.
Oh man, I have heard stories. But
you put the Bible on it. Oh, this is gonna go up now.
Oh God!
You blow the account. You're like, oh shit, man.
Oh, man.
Let the Bible push the market, bro. It doesn't help, bro. This one time, I'd be in drawdowns all the time, you know, and then I started praying 5 times a day. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not a good Muslim. Maybe I'm not praying 5 times a day. Let me just pray 5 times a day for a week, and blew the account. Didn't help at all. You know? Oh man, the things we do to get out of trouble, you know. Put the Bible on. Oh, yeah, man. Like God has nothing to do with drawdown of the market. Trust me. Nothing. I've tried it. Market. Well, someone can say, "Oh yeah, without God, nothing will happen." That's true. But like, you know, like market is another animal. You know, market is like something totally different. Yeah, we had a guy who would take a trade and he would say that I believe in my abilities that I will not use a stop loss, but I will always get 10 pips. And they were like, well, what about drawdown? He's like, oh yeah, drawdown is a part of a game. We're like, how far can your drawdown go? He's like, just manage your risk and drawdown can be whatever you want, but you can get 10 pips. I'm like, all right, makes sense. And he's not with us anymore. He's not with the Forex family anymore. He that mentality died real quick.
Good call this morning on gold.
Oh yeah, thank you, Mac. Oh, look at this. Michelle said it the right way. God is great. God is good. Learn to trade. Leave the hood. Yeah, learn to trade the correct way. Can anyone explain me in detail, please? Request. I don't know what the request is. Ooh, UJ sells. UJ sells already happened, right? Yeah, UJ sells already happened. We called UJ sells. So we called GJ sells. We called gold buys.
I think gold buys were the easiest this morning.
On, ooh, this was the booby trap candle here.
Yeah. It's just this over here. Rejection.
Yeah, once we broke above this area here, once the 30-minute candle closed here,
Yeah.
just has to master this drawdown and that was it.
Well, that drawdown was part of this entire zone here. So basically, all the way to down to here, essentially, you're good. But to be honest, the hour candle really didn't have any drawdown. If you watched the previous hour, you just had to take a buy above this. It whipped down right at the beginning and then flew up. I did the Dwayne Rock Johnson. Hey, I'm the Rock. Hey.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move here in gold.
Yeah.
Beautiful moves on GJ. Two beautiful moves today.
Try to trade gold without a stop loss. You won't survive the next 3 days, I tell you. Yeah,
No.
that is true.
Pretty good moves for Monday.
Yeah, I got in at gold earlier when Raja said it, and it was moving slow. And I was like, I waited for the new hour to open, and then took buys right at 8 a.m.
Yeah, same here. I got in at the break of 1954.
Yeah.
And then closed that at 1959.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done for the day, guys. All right, safe.
All right, take care, have fun.
Okay, Mike. Take care.
I'm gonna
See you
be
in
go as
Plunder.
well. Oh,
See you in Plunder. Oh, Plunder for real. Hey,
Plunder mates.
Yes.
Plunder mates.
What's this? If GJ 30-minute candle closes bullish above the previous candle, would this be a good idea to consider a buy? Yes, it could be a good idea to consider a buy because it's closing bullish. Your stop is going to be around, 13 pips. You're looking at almost the same TP up over here. So it could be
Well, why are
good.
you killing these guys?
Well, they're asking for opinion. I'm like, yeah, it could be good.
Yeah, but you're fighting against a 4-hour candle bearish.
Yeah. These guys just see one candle, it's time to buy.
No, it makes sense because this is a 30-minute candle right over here. But this is going to be way riskier than waiting for a resistance to be formed to take the sell.
It's called a booby trap candle. The pull up to go further down.
Because basically, next candle.
Yeah,
should
next
do something-
candle's gonna hurt people.
Something like this.
Yep. I think for GJ, to be honest, for a buy this week, I think anything above 139.450. Anything above 139.450, I'll look at taking buys.
Basically looking at rejections over here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because last week's bullish candle, like last week we finished bullish, so this week, this Monday candle is just a pullback to start to fly up. You can see how it's starting.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing.
If we can get the weekly wick filled, that would be the move.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I'm excited for that. Because I think, truthfully, if we get that push, we get to 140, we get to 142 this week with that push up. Like if you look at the way the weekly's structured, if this weekly candle continues bullish, we'll get to 142. Yeah, Yeah, that like the high right over here. So you like right over here, we'll get this. So this area here will fill. Yeah. 141 and then eventually 140. Well, this is way too high. Oh, your candles are off of it. But then this area here.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. Like this weekly can continue bullish, fill the way, continue on 141.
Yep.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna head off over here. Got to go to IKEA, grab some stuff. So someone's in. Actually, no, never mind.
If someone says GJ buys, good luck.
Oh no, I was about to talk something completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super fake out.
Yeah. No, if someone's in IKEA in Burlington, give me discounts. I'm coming. Right now. I'll be there in an hour.
The bottom right, that's the way you do. You
Yeah.
see it.
That's the Raja move.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're like super
over there,
close.
sir.
You're super close to Burlington, eh? Oh,
All right, that's all right, that's all right, that's all.
What's
Right,
going on
that's
over
all.
there? Come on. Yo! I was like, who's he talking to? Yeah.
Have a good one, fellas. My bad.
Oh yeah.
All
All right.
Be good, Kevin.
All right. Take care, everybody.